Cool, here we go. So, hi everyone. Glad to see you guys again. This is Chris from Dorahacks. Welcome to another Avalanche Asia Hackathon project demo session. This just for your information, this is a 5 million prize pool hackathon for all the participants to join. And I know this is competitive, but this is a great event. And we all know that the Avalanche ecosystem right now is getting bigger and more mature compared with before. And there are lots of opportunities is growing and thriving in front of the ecosystem. And we are really looking forward to see and find the next superstar project to stand out from the hackathon. And today we have three amazing projects with us. Uh, and they are Dappify, uh, Decibel, and Antopia. And also we have three old friends they are Lilia from via BTC Capital and Yao and James from KuCoin Ventures as the judge for today's project demo sessions. Nice to see you guys again. Yeah, so without further ado, let's welcome the first project to start, which is the Dappify. And for all the audience, if you have any questions in the session, please feel free to ask in our YouTube chat room. Yeah, feel free to start when you are ready.
Perfect. Thank you, Chris, Lilia, Zhao, James, for the opportunity. The project I will be presenting today is called Dappify. I'll just quickly share my screen. So, yeah, Dappify basically is a no-code platform for building Web3 apps, and it also incorporates a content management system. The focus is on the user experience for builders and ultimately for end users. And I believe our mission here is to lowering the bar for entry for both builders and users of decentralized applications and Web3 solutions, and basically becoming a one-stop shop for managing their businesses. The way that we want to approach this is through template-based solutions that any user can come here, basically decide what type of solution they want to build in, and it basically out of the box comes up with a scaffolding for such a project, and the user eventually can configure all the three layers: the layer of the UI, the layer of the backend, and the layer of the blockchain. And I'm gonna go a little bit more details as we go through in the demo. Uh, so our very first use case is a NFT white label marketplace that basically will enable anyone to create their own custom branded NFT marketplace for any type of projects that they're working on. It comes from tokenized artwork to music, in-game content, not only for users to buy things, for metaverse or in-game content, but also for developers. Developers could create packages, like for example, similar to what the Unity Asset Store provides, just everything based, on chain. And yeah, the main features here is basically it's a one-click deployment. It allows a lot of customization. At the end, the goal here is again to be to provide a beautiful output and a configurable experience for builders to create high-end products for whatever they're trying to build. We currently support a set of chains within the EVM. And yeah, the steps here are basically just configure, publish, and then profit. So I'm going to show you a little bit on how this is about and how it works. Um, so I'm just going to start by connecting to the platform. And yeah, let's go ahead and create our first app. I'm going to call it Dorahacks. You see that immediately I get assigned a subdomain within the Dappify.us. You can eventually go and request a custom domain from which I'm also gonna do the example at the end. We can create the NFT marketplace, which is the only one that we support now. And then from here, you can select any amount of templates that we already support. This set of templates is growing by the day. And yeah, it basically provides kind of the layout as to, what is the landing page that you want to look like and what's the color configuration that you want to look like. This configuration, you can change it later as everything else once while you're in the dashboard. So this is the dashboard of your project. This is basically how you configure and you manage your dashboard. The NFT marketplace and the type of application that you launch is on variable. So once you launch it, if you want to change the definition of your application, you will need to create a new one. This is not changeable. Also, the application ID, you provide a subdomain and a custom domain that you can request from us by email. In regards of the look and feel, things that you can change the name, and you can change a bunch of other things. Let me just show you first what it looks like from the outputs. So Dorahacks, KR1, Dappify the US. So it comes embedded with our logo. It comes embedded with some test data that I put here for you guys to see, categories, and pretty much color configuration. Let's just go ahead and revamp a little bit. So we can come here and say, that we can change the color configuration. So let's change a little bit more reddish. We can change also the text color. We can leave it there. Secondary color, we can put it orange. We can can change the logo. As for the template, yeah, we can stay in the same template. Just change the images. You can publish changes. In the set of features, if we saw the original, that there's not much here to do, we can enable and disable those features on demand, and what type of social interactions we want to enable from the marketplace. This is something that, in the end, at the moment, is a granular level of enabling, but it's going to be extendable to specific configurations within those domains. So now see, we have a new logo, we have the color configuration. Now we can keep extending these. Let's say, for example, you have an email address you want to put as part of your, then you have a whole social bar in the bottom that people can engage with. Um, Apart from that, for the backend, I mentioned that this was not only an NFT marketplace per se, but also a content management system. This allows you to basically manage a bunch of other features that you can decide if you want to do it on chain or off chain, or if you wanted us to manage on your behalf, or if you want to keep your custom instance on the backend. So this includes, for example, announcements, user comments that you want to enable for NFTs or for publish some other announcements that you made as well. This is also configurable, as well as the blockchain settings. Where do you want your NFT marketplace smart contract to live, as well as your original collection? Let's say you can enable only yourself to be on the creator of the collection, and everyone and control restrict the minting from it, or basically you can decide to other people, allow other people to create content on the platform as well. And as well, yeah, we can create content. For example, welcome to us. It's an announcement that we're going to create. Um, so we can go, for example, to the news section, and then we see our announcement there. Um, we can read more of the announcement. Give an example on the creation of NFTs. So at the moment, we have enabled the creation of NFTs. Let's see how example would be for. You can enable also the type of customization that you want to do. If you want fixed price, time auctions, open for bid. At the moment, we're deployed in the Avalanche testnet, so everything is basically set to AVAX as a main currency. You can also set the royalties, but at the moment, I'm not gonna set it up for now. Let's wait for the confirmation. And like I was saying, in here, basically everything is customizable. Well, transaction is already confirmed, so maybe we can go to explore and we see our 4 Dorahacks here as well. And that's basically here. Everything that you see here is also configurable. Like for example, the filter on the left side, um, you can basically use a side filter, for example, instead of top. So you know how your top filter, and yeah, it's basically that level of customization. So for now, that's it. Any questions?
Hi,
Hello.
hello. Yeah, thank you for this intro, and yeah, it's quite interesting. And I've got two questions. So I would like to know what's your business model and what's your go-to-market strategy, and how to grow for your community. Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah, as you see, at the moment we're at the very early stage. Our main focus here is product and community. As to the way that we're trying to approach the go-to-market strategy is
Mm-hmm.
by building such a community. At the moment, we're working with with a handful of projects that have different set of requirements. There's projects that already have an idea, they want to materialize it, but they don't have expertise on development, on either UI or backend, or even smart contracts. They just have an idea they want to materialize in the form of an NFT marketplace. So we're trying to build that configuration for them because they want to go ahead and have functionalities beyond of that just the transactionality that they see on the smart contract platform. They want to be able to engage the users and they will do it fast. They want to be able to send notifications and so on. So that's something that we're aiming. There's another set of projects that have a slightly different set of requirements. They already have, for example, built a UI, but they're struggling to connect to the backend. So this is where we come in and basically separate that layer of what you see here on the configuration, the UI, the backend, and the blockchain settings, and they can plug into either one of those. Let's say you already have your smart contract, we can help you build an adapter and adapt it to this to Dappify. So Dappify uses the backend and the front end on top of what you already built. Or if you already have your content management system on top of it, then you can put the UI on top of that with an adapter. And if you don't have any, basically you can just build it from scratch, like I showed you in this video. So
Mm-hmm.
the key here, I think, is flexibility and collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's no one solution fits all, uh, but it is designed in a modular fashion that it will help you quickly ramp up and adapt to whatever part you're missing on your project.
Mm-hmm. So for the business model, maybe you will have the free module and also have the subscription module later, right? That
Yeah,
the
so correct. At the moment, the what we're aiming here is gonna be based on royalties, on fees on the transaction that happens on smart contracts that we create
Mhm.
and host. Obviously, the owner of the smart contract itself is gonna be the creator of the creator of the project. But yeah, we will receive a royalty from that.
Okay.
from transaction that happens there. So drag their users is also in our interest.
Okay, thank you very much. I have no more question.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've got a question. So, my understanding is that the marketplace need to write a smart contract to cut part of the transaction as their revenue, right? So, would you write the smart contract for them? Would you hold the private key for that? And how can you make users sure that you will not touch their money?
So the smart contracts here are built. The smart contracts here are built whenever you build a platform. There's a smart contract for the marketplace that gets deployed as part of your project. The owner of the smart contract is the address that is currently the owner of the project. And yeah, theoretically, there'll be incapacity of removing the smart contract on our side that is in charge of requesting the fees. However, if in case of malpractice and they modify their original contract because they're the ones that have the ownership over it, then our platform then will stop supporting the CMS content. It's something that we haven't yet implemented, but yeah, it would be technically possible for them to decouple.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just would you provide some kind of tailor-made function to the users or just all the templates?
So the main concept here is template based. Again, there is certain users, certain customers, certain use cases that will not exactly fit that layout. We not only provide the NFT marketplace and in the future other templates and beyond that the CMS functionalities of announcements and comments and so on. But there's other specific modules that we're going to have to build as part of this that we want to aim so that whenever we build them for custom customers, that we extend it for other people to be able to implement on their own platform.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I don't have a question anymore. Thanks.
Just a quick question, just a little bit high level. Where do you see the demand coming from for those white label websites or marketplace, and also how do you see the other competitors look like in the space? I know Shopify is also doing similar things, and also that there's more generalized marketplace like OpenSea, and where do you see the competition look like?
Yeah, I think that there's a bunch of players in the space. However, I think our focus here is we're Web3 focused, and then we're able to on a satellite basis add functionalities that could be off chain or outside. One of the keys here is that modularity that I was talking about. Not a one solution fits all, but you can leverage the whole template from UI to smart contract or only a segment of it. And yeah, I think that the demand, we know that demand is growing. The decision that we made to start with the NFT marketplace is because we saw a need in the community that wasn't being fulfilled by other solutions that are already present. And the reason was that it's just the existing solutions probably are too focused on the smart contract and the transactionality, but they're offer low engagement to users, and the flexibility that they have is quite limited on that regards. Again, that's our idea here, is to come to the space and provide that flexibility as we see on demand, and then as we build that flexibility in through modules, then allow other users to implement those modules as they need. Examples here, for example, that people could be using here immediately for projects that are basically kickstarting, and they're building either a Web3 or a non-Web3 solution, and they want to build a marketplace for NFT content on their own. That could be from physical assets, that for which we support unlocking keys and other artifacts as part of the NFT minting, as well of digital assets that they're not just for art or music. Again, developers could create their own modules and sell them here like people usually do in the Unity asset store. You know, they can have their own store embedded. There are new projects, game projects on you know, decentralized projects that are also in need of the marketplace, and you know, basically they can stop focusing on building a marketplace and focus on their game, and then you know, use their project to lift up you know, their content marketplace for the game assets.
Okay. Are you guys gonna vet the end users, or those applicants? Apparently, there's some scammers out there. They might use your products to sell, say, host an NFT marketplace for those fake NFTs, or probably want to do something maliciously using that marketplace. Are you gonna do some due diligence for their application?
Yeah. Again, I think that this is something that we haven't gotten there yet. Our process, or our thought process here, is to basically open it for base functionalities, and then for more specialized functionalities, you're going to have to engage with us. For example, the custom domains that we support, you're going to have to engage with us to help you to connect, and basically other additional modules. We haven't thought yet on a way to audit the usage of the platform. But yeah, it's something that you got a good point there that we need to focus on in the future.
Okay, thank you. No more questions from my side.
Yeah, cool. Got it. Thanks very much, Dappify, for the presentation. And also thanks for all the judges for the questions. And also really appreciate your time, especially it's 3 a.m. at your time. So hope you have a good sleep after this demo session. Yep. And we're gonna move. Won't take you too long here. We will move to the next project.
Well, it was a pleasure, guys. Thanks for everything.
Thank you very much. Yeah. And Robert and Decibel. Is this called Decibel or Decibel?
Decibel.
Decibel. Okay. Yeah. So Decibel team. It's your time.
Okay. So Najmuddin, you can run the demonstration. Thanks. First of all, I want to thank you guys for this opportunity to present our project, and sorry for our English. We are not English-speaking guys, but we'll try to do our best. So first of all, as you can see from the cover of our pitch deck, our project is about sound, the sound. And as you can know, today you can earn tokens simply by gaming or hugging or making sports. And we think that it will be okay and it will be great to earn tokens simply by listening. And that is what our platform about. It's the world's first staking and mining platform for social audio users. And we're currently running on Binance chain, and we're already connected with Clubhouse. After that, we're planning to run on Twitter Spaces, Discord, Telegram voice chats, Meta Live audio rooms, LinkedIn audio rooms, Reddit Talk. So as you can see, we're implementing our platform on all the possible social audio decisions or solutions. Okay, let's go next slide. I want to mention the problem that keeps us awake as the team. If we imagine the common business model where bloggers use social platforms to earn money, and there are normally three participants: bloggers, social networks, and community. And what is unfair from our point of view is that everybody got paid except community. Community always pay for products, and community always spend time for listening to the bloggers. And so we think that it would be fair to reward those bloggers. And from our point of view, content consumers do not receive fair rewards for their activity and contribution to those who provide content. So this is the problem of the traditional Web 2 system, where it's you're getting benefits from only one side, yes, and the other side is just receiving the content and is not rewarded. So what is our solution? We can go to the next slide. So our solution is to allow those who are listening in those social audio rooms to be rewarded simply by listening or speaking. And if we're talking about Clubhouse, for example, then you can already connect your account on Decibel to Clubhouse room and start earning rewards. And you will be rewarded in Decibel coin simply by listening, as I mentioned before. So to speak simply, Decibel is a staking and mining platform where users can monetize the activity in social apps. And now I'm giving the state, and now I want to mention one more detail about the market size we're planning to work with. As you can see, here we can see 7 social platforms, Clubhouse, and the 6 ones that are already implementing social rooms. And on the first column, we can see how much monthly active users they have. And in the second column, you can see how much participants are in the audio rooms are already monthly they have. So we suggest that at least 5% of those people who are already using audio rooms will be our community and will help us to grow. And as you can see, it is at least, it is more than 20 million people that can be the part of our growing community. So now I'm giving the stage to Najmuddin, who will take a deep dive into technical details of the project. Najmuddin, please.
Yeah, thank you, Robert. So now I want to tell how it works, how simply it works. So our users of Decibel just need to do 5 steps to start earning money for their activity in social audio apps. So first they need to create their Decibel account. Then this Decibel account should be connected to account in one of the social audio apps. As Robert mentioned, we want to integrate Decibel into all social audio apps, and we started our roadmap from Clubhouse. So now we work with Clubhouse, and the next will be Twitter Spaces. Next step is buying Decibel coin, because to start mining on Decibel, first of all, users need to own some tokens. So they need to buy these tokens from some decentralized platforms like DEXs. And next step is user need to stake some amount of these Decibel tokens in some community pool in social audio app. Speaking about Clubhouse, communities in Clubhouse are clubs. So user need to stake its tokens to some club. And the last step is participate, and last step is starting mining in some room hosted by one of the clubs. So user participate in rooms, and if this user is community member and he staked some money in this community, he can earn some money. So now this is a little demo. I will show you. There is a room in Clubhouse which we started at the beginning of our demo session. So this room is live, and you see our team members, Robert, me, Igor, another Robert. We are in Clubhouse, so this is live room. Everybody, we started this room 20 minutes ago, and if we go to our web application, you will see this room, this hackathon room on Decibel, and this room is mining Decibel tokens right now. So this is amount of tokens which it mined already. This is 4 Decibel. And we can see here different metrics about this room. These metrics will be included in formula which calculate this reward. And here you can see all participants of this room, and everybody is all participants except Robert is mining tokens because Robert doesn't have Decibel in a staking pool of this club, Decibel club. All other people have staking in Decibel club, and that is why they are earning money. And we can see detail statistic about all participants, about Robert, Najmik, Igor. Everybody earning different amount of money because Robert have the biggest amount in staking pool, and he is moderator. I'm also a moderator, but I have less Decibel coins in staking pool, so I earn only 1, and Robert earned more than 2 tokens. So this is, we will return to this demo at the end of presentation. So this is how it works. To implement our idea, we need to create a token. So we designed Decibel coin, DBC. This token is the fuel of our platform, and this token have interesting mechanics of distribution and mining, distribution and staking. So distribution works, based on proof of attention algorithm which we designed. And what is the proof of attention? It is the emission distribution algorithm for our token, where each tokens are mined in exchange for users' voice and attention. So if we return to our web application, you can see that Robert, Najmik, Igor, these users spend some time, they spend their attention. Robert and Najmik is moderator, so they speak, yes, and all this influence on how much money which will be distributed, how much Decibel coin will be distributed. And the next important thing is staking. This room is hosted by Decibel coin, and we see that every club on Clubhouse, so this club is community, club has staking, and all club members of this community staked some money in this club staking pool. So this is the staking mechanism. To design strong token, we need to create token liquid. So we need a lot of token, a lot of utility cases for our token. So we designed these cases. We have 5 cases. It is Decibel platform, so it is about mining in outdoor rooms. This is our main feature, which I demonstrated you. The next 4 products is ad platform, audio NFT marketplace, Decibel DEX, and Decibel Creators Toolkit. So these all products will be integrated into our application, and all transactions, all cooperation in these products will be implemented using Decibel coin. So we have a lot of utility cases to make our token liquid. And this is the foundation of strong token design. So I want to invite Igor to describe our token design.
Thanks, Nurmudin. Hello, everyone. My name is Igor, and I want to tell you a little bit about Decibel. On this slide, you can see information about token design. We have several mechanisms. Let's start with the staking mechanism. Users stake DBC tokens in community-based staking pools for participation in our service and get rewards through token mining. The second one is distribution mechanism. DBC mining going according to proof of attention algorithm. This is how we distribute our tokens to users for their activity in social media room. We have a fee collection mechanism during the transaction on DEX, trading our audio NFT, using our audio advertising platform and Creators Toolkit. We also have a deflationary mechanism consists of burning token from the market circulation collected from our fee policy, burning newly mined amounts of DBC tokens from supply, buybacking DBC token from the market circulation. And we have some token design arguments. Strong deflationary model, fixed total supply, deflationary mechanism, and decreasing of number of available DBC token in supply and market circulation. Constant demand for DBC tokens and high TVL metrics. User is motivated to lock the DBC token in Decibel products for the purpose of potential reward. Next slide, please, Nurmudin. Market strategy. We already have a ready-made market strategy. This strategy is started in several ways. First of all, it's already started Decibel Ambassadors program. Second one is interaction with community program, consists of testnet program with rewards for our testers, airdrop closer to several launch, influencers marketing with owners of big clubs. And third one, connecting communities to Decibel program. We're going to connect crypto users from Clubhouse, Twitter Spaces, and many other platforms, and also non-crypto users from this Clubhouse, Twitter Space, and many other platforms. We understand the difficulties of getting to know crypto for new users. This is why we're solving the problem by making step-to-step guideline, started with understanding of wallet, like a MetaMask, switching of chains, wallet connections, and token staking. We push this kind of mass adoption to the new limit. The next slide, please. This is our roadmap. We already have done a great job. In the last quarter of 2021, we created token and system design, launched an MVP version of our social audio mining platform on BNB testnet for Clubhouse users. Connected more than 35 clubs with more than 35,000 audience. We also have a big plan for year 2022. First of all, it's connection of other services like Twitter Spaces, Discord, Telegram voice chats, Meta Live audio rooms, LinkedIn audio rooms, Reddit talk. Then we plan to significantly diversify our platform with some interesting services, like advertising platform. It will unite advertisers and bloggers, audio NFT marketplace where user can sell the audio NFT, Decibel DEX, it's a trading platform, complex DeFi project, and Decibel creator toolkits. By the end of the year, we also plan to launch decentralized social audio app for metaverses. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, Igor. So to finish our presentation, I want to show you our room, which was in live during our presentation. This room called Hackathon, and our teammate Robert finished, stopped mining in this room. And as you see, room duration was 30 minutes. And during this room mined totally this amount of tokens, more than 5 Decibel coins. And if we go to Binance BScan, we can see that when room was finished, there was a transaction where this amount of tokens was mined. So it was mined totally on chain. So all calculations about room reward was on chain, and room totally mined more than 5 Decibel coins, like it mentioned here. And if we go to, for example, Robert user, we can see that Robert, for his activity, earned 2.9 Decibel coins. And if we go to BScan, to our smart contracts of our platform, the last transaction is claim, and Robert claimed 2.9 Decibel coins for his activity. And I also want to claim my reward. I earned this amount of Decibel coins, so I want to claim this amount of tokens. This is MetaMask. I need to sign my claim transaction. We need wait several seconds to mine this transaction. I also have a good activity in this room. And we see that I also claimed my reward. I can also check my transaction in BScan, and this is my reward, which I claimed. And also this also was created totally on chain, all calculation based on my activity. So I want to finish our presentation. So this is how it works. Thank you for your attention. We want to answer all your questions. Please ask it. Thank you.
Yeah, James, Yao, and Lilia, it's your time to ask.
Hi, yes, thank you. Very interesting. And I've got one question. And so I would like to know how to solve the problem of audio reward mining abuse and ensure the quality of the audio content.
Can you please repeat the question? What problem should we solve?
Yes, how to ensure the quality of the audio content, and how to solve the problem of audio reward mining abuse.
Audio reward mining abuse, sorry?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is a problem in audio content, and we, all bloggers connected to Decibel, can monetize their activity, and they are motivated to make good audio rooms. They are motivated to moderate them, more qualified, and to stop and they motivated to solve all problems of social audio rooms, because they will be rewarded. The more room is popular, the more listeners in the rooms, the more is reward. So they're very motivated. Yeah.
Okay. What was the target audience, and is it free to use this model?
Yeah, our target audience is at first stage is crypto users in social audio apps, and as we know, in Clubhouse and Twitter Spaces, crypto users is a big percent of users, and so this is our goal. And it is free to use. We as Decibel we collect some fees in our products, but these fees are totally used for our in our monetary policy in deflation mechanism. So we spend collected fees for buybacking Decibel from the market. So it is good for users, because the price of our token will rise by these deflational mechanisms. So I can say that we are free for users, and yeah.
Yeah, I want to mention one thing, that Decibel is a tool that we're offering to those who already have their community. For example, if you're a blogger and you have your club in Clubhouse, Crypto Club, you just need to use our tool to monetize your time, and all your users, sometimes the thousands of users already can monetize their attention and time spending in this room. So we will not have this problem of making community, because we already have communities that need that tool. That's what I have to say.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you. Yeah, I have no more question. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, actually, one thing.
Sorry to interrupt. The time for the single project.
Sure, understand.
I think you could ask one question, and we can move to the next one.
Yeah, just a little bit thoughts, because I feel like your model will be more attractive if you can build up, I would say, more open platform. Let's say you allow projects to onboard their own incentive plans. That's because a lot of projects right now are doing EMAs or community talks through those audio rooms, and if you guys can allow them to deposit their own token and set up their own incentive plan through your platform, I think that will be more attractive, and I think that they'll create a lot of use case for your platform. Just some thoughts over there. I don't know if there's something you guys are planning to do, or
Thank you for this idea. Yeah, we have some ideas about integration our other tokens to our platform to allow people this proof of attention mechanic based on other tokens. And yeah, thank you. Okay, and it is good for crypto communities. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for advice.
Cool. Yeah, and thanks for the presentation from the Decibel team. Appreciate your time and the presentation. I know it's also very early for at your time zone, so definitely thanks for joining us for today. Yeah, and we're gonna move. Yep. And we're gonna move to the last but not the least project, which is the Antopia. Sean.
Yep. Hi. Hi, can you hear me?
Yep, clearly.
Okay, cool. So yeah, let's thank you for the opportunity to let us present. So yeah, we are Antopia, and we are a play and earn blockchain game. So we are a base survival role playing game in the metaverse with a combat system, with a grid system. So first of all, we'll talk about the problem in the action of it. Not to say problem, it's more like an opportunity and an issue in the current and in action RPG or the game industry currently. So basically, every player they spend billions of game items that they cannot trade or they can't turn gaming into a career. So what they can do is they can only rent a short-term entertainment value where they play the game, and once it's over, then oh, that's it. So yeah, we believe that this can change with NFT coming into a game. So what this solve is actually the player truly own the NFT characters, the equipments, and player actually spend their times in return to creating greater values like crafting their equipments, upgrading, so they can sell it in the marketplace, and they can get some value in spending their time playing games. So what Antopia is we are trying to create something like gameplay first and the monetary value second. So what we analyze in the current play to earn market is we see that most games are only much more focused on the monetary value where they farm tokens, and then this actually creates a pressure to the tokenomics of the games. So what we are trying to solve is we are trying to get Antopia to actually feel the importance of games. So we want to respect the foundation of core principle of game. So we are mostly focused on creating a fun gameplay ecosystem before we go towards the monetary value of the tokenomics. So all right. So our vision is we don't really want to rush too much content to players in one shot. So we are gonna do it by stages of the gameplay. It will be following our story law of our gameplay. So by stages, player will evolve and player will follow the story through our gameplay. So it's kind of like a storytelling for the whole gameplay. So our final quality that we are going through is we are going for something like a Hades gameplay, where we can see here it's a top-down shooter type of gameplay RPG. So in our first stage, we are only measuring our success when we release our V2 gameplay, version 2 gameplay, which is our similar to the gameplay that you see here, which is the Hades gameplay. So it's going to be a RPG defense-based game, which I'm going to explain the mechanics later on. So we're actually an NFT-based play and earn game. So we are going to be dropping NFTs to our players as we're selling NFTs. So these are our first NFT, which is the pods. So we don't want to just create an NFT and then we just sell to the players and then that's it. We want to get the NFTs to actually have the future utility values. We get more values for the users, and then they don't just feels like, okay, we buy this, we are just here for the art, we are just here for the game. So these pods actually will is also actually a core item to our land gameplay, which will be progressively unlocked throughout our gameplay. So this will involve crafting, involve upgrading of the weapons, and involve creating new NFTs, which is the end. So this is the end. So I'm going to show you later. So it will be featured in 3 classes, which is Miner, Rover, and Spectre. So each ends will have a role to fulfill in the game. So basically, miners, they are going to have to mine equipment or mine the minerals in the gameplay. So Rover and Spectre will have to defend miner during the gameplay. So basically what we can see here is from the first slide, which showed this gameplay. So player will be dropped in a certain random location in the map, and The miners will have to pick a spot to mine, and the rover and spectre will have to defend the miner when they mine. So enemies will come at an aggressive state, so they will have to keep defending the base. Okay, and then right, they will have parts for our end as well. So basically, they will have a base, body, the armor, the front left and right arm, and the back left and right arm. So these are a few equipments that they can equip on the ends that will actually increase their stats over time. So yeah, our core gameplay is for our overview. So the image on the right is our alpha gameplay from our game developer. So we will start off with the most basic gameplay, which is the Antopia world, the beginning. It's actually a top-down shooter style gameplay where endless wave come in. This actually lets users test our first gameplay of our game, because we don't want to like okay, we sell the NFTs and then we let users wait 1-2 years to actually, then only they can actually experience the game. So we actually want users to actually have the chance to experience our gameplay much earlier, and to start earning tokens much earlier as well, and to actually get their equipments and armors to prepare them for the future gameplay. So how do we get player experience? How do we capture player experience? How do we keep players in our game? So we will have events, which is our number one priority, where we will do collab with different projects. So it will kind of be like a mini boss where they will have to defend the base, and then they have to defeat the boss to actually get some exclusive limited edition weapons or limited edition furnitures. That is for our future metaverse gameplay. So like we said, we're boss events, and so Antopia World Renaria is our action RPG, which is our V2. This is our MVP of the gameplay. So like we mentioned, the game objective is the player will have to mine as much resource as possible while the team defend, which is the rover and spectre. They have to defend the miner to actually mine. But that said, we don't want to limit like the miner role to actually just mine. So actually rover and spectre, they can do mining as well. So they just have to choose the correct equipment. They just have to choose their roles. They have to choose their skills to actually match the gameplay. So yeah, this is the adventure mode, single player. So okay, the economy loops that we are looking for, that. So we have our ants token, that is our governance token, and we have minerals that they farm in game. So that in turns that can manufacture into ants, which we call breeding, and player can actually sell the ants in the marketplace, and they get some value out of it when they actually farm. So they can also repair and upgrades, and then get equipments, and then they can actually sell in the marketplace as well. So we are trying to eliminate the two token economics here, because we have seen in many kind of play to earn gameplays like Axie Infinity and Pegasi, where this creates too much pressure on the token, on the utility token, where people are just selling. So the sell pressure is actually more than the burning mechanics. So we want to try to actually replace it with equipments. So player actually spend their time to repair or to upgrade their weapon, to get greater value to their weapon, and then they can sell it into the marketplace. So yeah, like you said, we have manufacturer, which is the breeding. They will have to use the ant tokens to breed, and we will limit the time for the breeding time, so we don't actually have oversupplies of the ants over time. So we have crafting as well. So crafting will be implemented towards the future of our gameplay, which is our land gameplay, which is the V3 of our gameplay. So it will actually craft. We can actually craft ornament furnitures to put in the guild house, and then land defensive structure, or we can actually craft equipments, and they can actually craft some minerals, and then they can craft some buildings, logging, and then where they can have the experience of the metaverse inside the game. So for the proof of acceleration is still a mechanic to be announced. So this is actually a method where we allow players and guild to actually compete with each others in the market, in the leaderboard. So basically, when they farm more, they play more, they get more minerals, they will actually get their name in the leaderboard, and they can actually get to mint various tokens, or they can get something like their guild house furnitures, where they can put it inside, and then they can actually have interaction with that inside the game. So yeah, basically our game economics is we have our NFTs, and we can actually rent to which is a scholarship system. We call it renting, and they can actually in turns earn ants and actually sell in the marketplace, or they can repair and upgrade equipments, as well as manufacturing the breeding for the ants. So we have two tokens here, which is the ants tokens and the mineral. So the ants tokens will be our governance tokens, where they can actually get a staking in our system, and then they get ants in returns. They can get ants when they scale to the leaderboards when they play our game as well. So for the first 1 to 2 years, the development, ecosystem development, everything will be actually decided by our company. So in the future, players will have once we have staking and everything on board, we will have the governance vote for our future development. So for our utility tokens, we are looking into a few utility tokens where for weapons upgrade, they will have specific different types of minerals where they can upgrade for the burning utilities in the future. So we have a few burning utilities in the future. So one of them is manufacturing, crafting, weapon upgrades, purchase items, and optional currency in the marketplace. So the transaction fee will be set at 4%, with 1% sent to the guild owners who owns the trading ants, which we will be explaining later on. So we will have off-game marketplace, as well as off-game burning mechanics and token sinks, where off-game burning mechanics means we have burning mechanics of the game, like merch figurines, where this actually in turns into like an IP brand, where game can actually become a brand. So like what we see, Genshin Impact or Gundam. So yeah, this is the version 3 of our gameplay, which is our land gameplay. So we call Nest and Colony. So basically, they will have two types of nests. One of will be the Genesis Tower, which is surrounded by hills. So this Genesis Tower will be owned by guild owners. So guild owners can actually be in their tower. They can interact with each other. They can have furnitures inside the guild, where that in turn upgrades their player stats. And this in turn creates a competitive system in the gameplay where player tries to scale the leaderboard with this. So with this hills surrounding in the Genesis Tower, player can actually turn the hills to a crafting post, or they can turn it into a fishing farm or gardening farm where people can do mining, gather materials to upgrade their weapons, their armors, and there is a fee that the hills owner will get when players are there farming in their land. So that is the concept of our metaverse gameplay, as well as the Genesis Tower. So this will be our tokenomics. And we have our resting period, release schedule, and we have asset lending as well, where guild owners can actually lend their assets to players, and then they get a certain percentage from the earnings that they get. So we have our partnership already done with. There's one of them is Tactic Blockchain. It's founded in 2019. So they're handling more on the blockchain building and the DeFi system. So the second partnership is from Aeon Spark, which is the creator of Zombie Soup. So they are actually, you can see the gameplay here, and they have a few awards in hand, which is from the few nomination as well. So we are partnering with them to actually create this NFT Man Hours, and we have our game demo here. This is the first alpha. So this is the game demo from the game developer. So we are going to be doing some revamp on the models as well as the environment for this. This is our first gameplay, which is the Antopia world, the beginning. So player actually collects weapon and they actually defend the base with all the enemies coming in. Let's fast forward. There is also a boss stage where they have to clear the boss to actually get the leaderboard, to get the crown, or you say the equipment where they farm in the game. So yeah, that is basically my presentation.
Yeah. And Lilia, Yao, and James, it's your time.
Oh yes, I just got one question. Is that it's for the how to attract real players? Like in addition to hosting events, do you design other mechanisms to attract the real players to gamer to play the game in your platform?
Yeah, we actually try to get the minimum viable product out first. So basically, the gameplay, as we shown in the pitch, which is the Hades gameplay. So that is our version 2 gameplay. So we will try to get players in from our version 1 with the introduction of our gameplay, of our lore, of our whole game stories, and then slowly go towards our second gameplay and our third land gameplay.
Okay, got it. Yeah, that's my only question. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Hey, Sean, just want to know what's this stage of product development at the moment?
We are in a very early stage. We are currently at our community building, and we're planning to launch our NFT in the end of May.
Okay, got it. So the demo you showed us, just I think that's the one. I think you guys has some web 2 game experience, right? I'm assuming that's that's more on the web 2 side, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. That's pretty interesting, and I guess we'll be working with some game publisher to launch your Web3 games in the future.
We, of course, if we have the opportunity to actually get into it, yeah, we're actually happy to have in the ecosystem as well. So like we see Axie Infinity, they have Ronin Chain. We're actually quite interested in going into the ecosystem as well.
Okay, got it. Okay, looks very, very interesting, and I think we'll like go over what you showed us a little bit later, and I think there's a lot of info we need to digest.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you. No more questions.
All right, thanks. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. So I think that's it for today. Thanks, John from Antopia for the presentation, and thanks for time. And also thanks other two teams. Also, it's very early. It's 3 and 4 a.m. I think in their time. So yeah, appreciate your guys' time and join us today. Also, a special thank for James, Yao, and Lilia. Good to see you guys again. And thanks for your time to contribute for the project demo session. Yeah, I think that'll be it for today. I believe this session is really helpful for the judge and also the audience to understand what these 3 projects are building right now. And hopefully you guys could kick off the next superstar product and project in the industries. Hope you guys good luck and happy building in the future. Yep. That's it. Thanks for joining us and have a great one. See you guys soon.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.